Hello children, welcome to today's class, that is lesson number 8, simple interest and compound interest. Today we are going to start with compound interest because the first concept, that is simple interest, is exempted from your syllabus this year. You know the concept, but before I start with compound interest, I want to revise the terms related to simple interest. So let us see what all the terms related to this. So the first one is principal. Principal is the money borrowed or lent out. Then interest. Interest is the extra amount paid for the use of that principal. A rate is for the particular time what extra money we are given, so that is rate. Then term is time taken. So if you are investing money, if you are giving money or taking money for a particular time, you go take it, so that time is calculated as term. Simple interest is calculated on throughout the year on this with the same rate on the same principal, and amount is principal plus amount. Principal plus interest is called as amount. Now compound interest. We'll see how simple interest and compound interest is calculated. So we'll take one basic concept here. Principal is 1000 rupees, term is taken 2 years and rate is 6%. So how simple interest and compound interest is calculated differently. We'll see and what is the difference between them. So how do you calculate simple interest? The formula is P into T into R. So simple interest, how you do? P is 1000 rupees, term is 2 into rate is 6 divided by 100. So principal simple interest will get as 120 rupees. Amount is principal plus simple interest, so that is 1120. So when you calculate simple interest, you have to pay 1120 rupees as amount. Let us see how compound interest is calculated. So here the term is 2 years. So we have to calculate the interest for first year and then for the second year. So for first year, the same formula is used, PTR. So principal is 1000, term we are going to take 1 year, rate is 6 by 100. So simple interest will be 60 rupees. Now amount will be 1000 is principal plus 60 rupees interest. So at the end of the first year, the amount will be 1060. Now for the second year, when we are going to calculate the interest, it will be on the first year's amount. So the principal will be 1060 rupees here for the second year. Term is 1 year and rate is 6%. So you have to pay 63.6 rupees as interest. So amount will be 1060 plus 63.6, that is 1123 rupees 60 paise. So there is difference of 3 rupees 60 paise in the interest. So how this is how the simple interest and compound interest is calculated. So compound interest is always higher than simple interest because first year's amount becomes second year's principal. If it is 3 years, so for second year's principal, second year's amount becomes third year's principal. So that way we are going to calculate it. Now let us see the next formula which we are going to use for compound interest. So amount will be P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100. The bracket is raised to N. So here P is principal, rate is R is rate, N is term, that is number of years we are going to take it, and CI will be compound interest will be amount minus principal. So let us solve few examples now. The first question is, Mr. Dubey borrowed rupees 1 lakh from a bank at the 10% per annum compound interest. What is the amount he has to pay to the bank after 3 years? So directly we are going to use the formula and calculate the amount. So the formula is amount is equal to P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100. raised to n. So P is given as 1 lakh, rate is 10% and term is given as 3. So let us put the values in the formula. P is 1 lakh, 1 plus R is 10 upon 100 and n is 3. So n is 3 times, you have to calculate that. So 1 lakh as it is, 1 plus 100, 10 upon 100 becomes 110 by 100. That is raised to 3. You have to multiply it 3 times. That gives you 1,33,100. Now this is amount. If you have to find out how much interest is paid, so 1,33,100 minus principal, that is 1 lakh. So 33,100 was compound interest paid for 3 years at the rate of 10%. Let us go to the next question. The present population of a town is 1,76,400. If it increases at the rate of 5%, what will be its population after 2 years? Here we are not going to calculate interest or anything. Here the same formula we are going to use for different things. Here the population of a particular town is given, that is 1,76,400, and it is increasing at a particular rate, that is 5%. Now what will be its population after 2 years? Fine. So first year we have to calculate on 1,76,400. At the rate of 5% it is going to increase, and on that again it is going to increase the same rate 5% for the next 1 year also. So we are going to use the same CI formula to calculate how much is the population of the particular town after 2 years. Now present population, instead of principal we are going to take present population as 1,76,400. Rate is given 5% and term is given as 2 years. So put these values in the same formula. Increased population is P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. P is 1,76,400. 1 plus rate is 5 upon 100 raised to 2. So when you add 1 plus 5 upon 100, that is 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. When you calculate it, 1,94,481 is the population of the town after 2 years. Next 2 years ago, the population of the town was 10,000. During first year, it is increased by 5%, and in the second year, it is increased at the rate of 6%. What is the present population? Now here the same way how we have done this previous sum we are going to do, but the rate of increment in the population is not same for both the year. First year it increased at the rate of 5%, in the second year it is increased at the rate of 6%. So we are going to use these two differently. So let us go to the formula. Here the population is given as 10,000. That is how we use principal, we are going to use the population's value. Rate is first year's 5%, second year 6%. Term is 2 years. Now to find out increased population, we are going to find out, here the rates are different. So the formula will be P in the bracket 1 plus R1 upon 100 and 1 plus R2 upon 100. So R1 is the first year's rate, R2 will be the second year's rate. So put the values, first 5 upon 100, second is 6 upon 100. That gives you 11,130 rupees. 30 is the population of that particular town after 2 years. Let us do one more question from that. A machine is purchased for ₹6,25,000. Its value depreciates at the rate of 8% per annum. What will be its value after 2 years? Now listen children, when we buy a machine or a vehicle, after a use of particular time, the value of that machine or a vehicle is going to be decreased. If you're buying for it for 1 lakh rupees, after 1 year the value of that vehicle or machine won't be the same, it is going to be reduced, and that is called as depreciation. So the decrease in the value of any machine or vehicle is called as depreciation. Now that is deducted, that will be always, the value will be always less. Now here the machine was purchased for 6 lakhs to be 6 lakhs 25,000 rupees, and the value is decreasing at the rate of 8%. So after 2 years, what will be the value? So definitely the value of that particular machine is going to be less after 2 years. So let us see how to solve this. Now machine cost we are going to take as P, that is 6 lakhs 25,000. Depreciation rate is 8%. Term is 2 years. Now here we are going to change the formula little bit, because the value is going to be decreased. We are going to use negative sign in the formula. In the previous one the value was increasing, so we were using the plus sign. So cost after 2 years is P in the bracket 1 minus R upon 100 raised to N. So rate is 8%. When you subtract 1 upon 8, 1 minus 8 upon 100, that gives you 92 upon 100. The term is 2 years, so you have to multiply it 2 times 92 upon 100, 92 upon 100. So the value is 5,29,000. So whatever machine was bought for 6 lakhs 25,000, after 2 years the value is decreased to 5 lakhs 29,000. Fine. So there are few more sums in the exercise. You have to complete it, children, and then if you have any doubt, let me know. Till then, bye and take care.